December 2017 reading. I hope you enjoy it. My readings tend to be more love and relationship based, but I'm finding this month they're being a little bit more life based, so let's see how they're going. Alright, Gemini, while I was shuffling the deck, 2 cards popped out for you. 7 of Cups and the King of Swords. So I kind of feel like let's maybe like there are certain qualities of a King of Swords in your life, a person in your life. I don't necessarily like labeling people as like, oh yeah, definitely like an air sign King of Swords. I think it's more like a personality thing, so kind of think about who might embody those characteristics for you. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's a person. So far the other readings have been more like life-based, but I think for you guys this might be more of a romantic reading, so let's see, Gemini. Let me shuffle just a little bit longer. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles. So very interesting, guys. I have not seen that ever come up in a reading. And underneath we've got the Page of Swords. So, alright, I feel like this King of Swords, buddy, he's got a lot to offer you. And I wonder if it's, okay, it might be a romantic partnership, but it could also be a business partnership. And I guess with all the pentacles coming out, I guess it's got to do with like your career and your finances and really being able to like make it worthwhile and come up. I do feel like it could be like something romantic, and maybe just to be kind of wary of the situation just because we've got the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. But I don't think necessarily that this is a bad thing. I think it's always, you know, a tricky thing to mix business with pleasure, but you know, let's say maybe the situation is, you know, you started a romance and then you guys decided to be business partners. Or it could have been the other way around, where you worked with somebody and then you started dating them. And I don't know, it's just, there's always different situations and circumstances. Again, this is a general reading, but I think with the 7 of Cups, like, definitely a lot to offer. 7 of Cups is a card of choices or gifts or blessings, you know, an abundance, really. I mean, also, like, 9 of Cups is like an abundance, but I feel like a 7 of Cups is like a different kind of abundance, where it's like you have options and gifts and a variety, and I think that's an abundant thing to look forward to. The King of Swords, I'm guessing, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man or a woman, but I'm guessing the person is like a little bit more, like, I don't know, stoic. I wouldn't necessarily say like cold or dispassionate, but just somebody who's like, you know, they think with their brain, you know, they know their mind. So let's pull a few clarifiers. With my Rider-Waite deck over here, the deck I'm using for the main reading is the Aquarian Tarot by David Palladine. So let me just... Yeah, Gemini, I think maybe the question here is, can you trust it? I think that's what we're about to try and answer. So can you trust it? Can you trust this partnership? I always like to see succession of numbers too, because I've been getting really into numerology as well, and I feel like 1, 2, 3, that's like movement, that's like the beginnings of something. So I think so far you're in the clear. Whoop, 1 popped out. Let's see. Oh, King of Wands. Who's that? Maybe that's you. 2, 5 of Swords, and the Lovers. Okay. So I think right now you're kind of at a point where, alright, maybe something happened where you don't necessarily trust what happened. I have a feeling King of Wands is more like you, maybe more of a go-getter, fiery spirit. I know Gemini is the air sign, and so yeah, maybe King of Swords might be you, but I don't know. I feel like that was more the other person. I kind of feel like this month is your month to go and hit them hard over the head, you know, like do what you want and get what you want and claim what you want. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're reckless and aggressive. It just means that, like, you know, King of Wands, I kind of feel like in the deck, aside from King of Pentacles, he's really stable. You know, he's like got his he's got his act together. He's like a great man, great father, great king. I don't know. I like King of Wands. He's a great guy. Five of Swords, however, is kind of a tough card for me. I never really like saying this just because, sometimes it can mean like defeat. Sometimes it can mean victory too, I think depending on the context. Over here, I think it's more just you're conflicted of how this is going to turn out. And I think that's because of the Lovers card here. Lovers, obviously the romantic stuff and also the choices part, but I think in the context of this, it's like, well, what do you do? Do you continue and pursue this romance if you feel like you're worried you're going to lose? You're going to lose out on everything. Well, the thing is, I can't really tell you what to do. You have to weigh your options and decide, what do you think? What do you want? And I think really here, the situation is that it's all going to be okay, regardless of what you decide. I think it's okay to pursue it, and I think it's okay to back out. It doesn't mean that you're weak either way. It just means you know what your priorities are and you know what you want. Sometimes we like to make decisions contingent upon another person, but it's like, only you can decide for you, and someone else can't live your life. You're living your life. So I think this reading is basically the okay for like if you've been scared that you don't want to pursue this and you want to dip out. You can dip out, that's totally fine. But I think also, regardless of what you decide, if you decide to stay with this person, stay with this partnership, I think if you're going to do it, give it your all, Like, there's no point in not. Three of Pentacles is your trade. It's what you do. And I think this is so important to you, This is who you are and this is what you want to do with your life. Don't let anybody else make a decision for you. You make a decision for you. All right, Gemini? Have a great month. Thanks so much and see you later.